Welcome to Bishop Auckland. Now Bishop Auckland is the final destination on the Bishop line right there. Why am I in Bishop Auckland? Well, let's get this video started and I'll tell you along the way. So let's go. So when it comes to Bishop Auckland, obviously they had a big coal mining industry here. But since then it's obviously declined. There's been mixed reviews when it comes to Bishop Auckland in regards to sort of shops closing. Obviously there's been crime and there's been antisocial behaviour and all that sort of stuff, which you find in any town. But when it comes to that sort of thing, people get put off by those sort of reviews when it's all crime and negativity and things like that. So the reason why I've come to Bishop Auckland is to kind of check it out myself, show that it's not all negative, that the fact that every town has its bad points. We need to find the good points in places, and that's why I'm here. There's some lovely architecture which I want to show you, some graffiti over here, but there's some beautiful artwork as well, so I'll cross over the road and show you that. But the video today is just to show in every negative sort of area there's always some positivity, and that's what you need to find. So let's cross over and I'll show you some fantastic art. Let's go. Try not to get killed. So as you can see, there's graffiti on the walls here. Some of it's not to my taste, it's just your everyday kind of graffiti with people's tags and the likes. But further on you can see there Stanley Jefferson, better known as Stan Laurel from Laurel and Hardy there. Obviously he lived here in his younger years. He wasn't born here, but he lived here, and that's a nice little picture, bit of artwork for him. And then obviously you got some kind of okay artwork there, some cool little caricatures and obviously some bits and pieces down there. It does kind of bring some colour to the place, but sometimes I think graffiti kind of ruins areas. But you can see in places that they've got artistic, there is some talent there, obviously maybe not that. But over here somewhere was a lady's face. Obviously that's, yeah, you can't see, that's not for YouTube. But there you can see there's some talent in that. Obviously with this you can see there's something there, and that's a bit, yeah, hit and miss. But this artwork here, you've got to appreciate that some work's gone into that. Obviously the shade in the eyes, it's like a decent, rather than just typical sort of scribbles. That might be whoever's done it, but a lot of artwork's just all scribbles and mess. But you can see amongst it, obviously Stan Laurel and this lady here is artistic. A bit of work and time has gone into it. But we're going to go further on this high street and I'll show you a bit more. There's a 4 o'clock centre next to the church here. We'll have a look and see exactly what they've got. And as per every place, you've always got your vape shops, your barber shops and your pubs. Unfortunately there's quite a few pubs here that are sort of closed down, like this one here, the Cumberland Arms, and I think there's a couple down there that I'll show you later on that are closed down. But it's a shame that what's going to happen to them, but I'll tell you a little bit later in the video on that. As we get to Peel Street here, bits of industry down there, but we're going to continue down here. It is quite a long high street. I think it's called Newgate Street, but it is quite a long high street, but it does end up meeting an area down the end which is very nice, which I can't wait to show you. Yeah, I'm not going to give too much away. If you've been here before you'll know exactly where it is, but we've just sort of reached an area down here, and it's just, the architecture is beautiful and the area is so nice. But yeah, we'll venture forth and see what else there is. So as you can see, there's the Brow Lounge and tattooist places, and obviously you've got your spas and your massages. Here's another pub here, the Mitre. This one looks like it's open and functioning. It's got its flags outside if you're one of those sort of people that likes flags. The flags are everywhere. Obviously the Union flags, not the Union Jack, Union flags. Oh, the bulldog there. Then you've got your St George's Cross everywhere. They seem to be popping up all over the place these days, just to remind us where we are, just in case we forget. But as you can see, yeah, there's shops. I don't know if that's just barricaded down or these are closed. Obviously this one's completely dropped to bits and boarded up. Obviously you still got your charity shops and your Pinky Nails Spa if you just fancy going in there and get your nails like that. Not for me though. But yeah, you can see cycle shops might be open. I can see cycles in there, so it just might be a slow day. Might not be open. No, it's not open yet, I don't think. So there's a fair few shops that close down. Obviously some of them don't open until late, like the pizza shops and the likes. But as I say, with every shop, every sort of town or city you go to, you'll always find shops that have shut down or boarded up. Obviously prices are going up, people can't afford the rent, so just a case of either putting the prices up, which people can't afford, or basically they've got to close themselves down. So I think we're about halfway along. Obviously you can see the station's right down there past that church, so it does go a fair distance that way, and as we go along here it's probably a similar thing. I can see in the distance there's butchers and there's like pizzerias. It looks alright so far, it's not too bad. So as you can see, there's quite a few places that are like shut down at the moment. The family bakers there, I can't speak. There's a shop over there with bizarre looking dog photos. I don't know if that's shut down or just a late opening. Pizza place looks like it's closed down. Fore and Hubs and the likes are closed down. Obviously over here, some businesses decide to move maybe a little bit closer to the centre or to another destination. But obviously these are all closed down as well. Boys and your British Heart Foundation and the likes will always be about. But again, you can see sort of this beautiful homes place is closed. And then whatever building that, I mean, look at the architecture, is just beautiful on it. It's like stunning architecture, but then when you look below it, everything's closed and it kind of kills the look of it. And obviously that building's like 1894. Looks like it used to be a restaurant. But obviously times are hard and obviously all these shops are closing. Let's cross over. It's an impressive looking building. It's just a shame that it kind of gets run down. Obviously people smash the windows. But I think if the facade and everything sort of got brightened up a bit and matched maybe the architecture, it would be a nice looking building. But again, as I say, there's like over here you've got your nice looking building that could have a nice facade on it, dress it up a little bit more. Same with that one, all shut down. People just decide to smash the windows because they've got nothing better to do than write England on bits of wood. Put your flags up. It is a shame. It has, like places like this have to decline. But we'll venture forward because obviously I definitely want to show you a little bit further on down here past all of this. But as you can see, there's some dates in these buildings, like old architecture, where they're just left to ruin, unfortunately. Poor Ben. Yeah, as you can see up here, there's like nice architecture, the windows and the archways. Looking old. And there's another one that's closed down, unfortunately. But when it comes to every town, they always have these sort of things here. Run-down shops or closed shops or just sort of graffiti everywhere and the likes. It's not just here, it's everywhere. I come from Stockton, it's exactly the same where I live. Mind you, there's no one here urinating into a doorway or shouting abuse or fighting or stealing from shops so far that I haven't seen. But Stockton certainly has that. But yeah, it just keeps going down here, and then there's a nice little area just down here I want to show you. Try not to get killed by a X21, which is just coming down there. Couplins. Everywhere needs a Couplins. Everywhere. I should get sponsored by Couplins the amount of times I mention their names. Copelands. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to venture forth and I'll show you this area. It's just stunning. So I'll see you in a second. So Newgate Street is just behind me where all those sort of shops were, the rundown shops, and still some decent shops there for people to come. But this is what I want to show you. When I was telling you at the start of the video that everybody seems to focus on negativity, everything's closed down, everything's this and that, and they can't find the positive in places. This area I'm in now, this is the positive part of Bishop Auckland, and I want to turn the camera around and show you this. Look at this. How nice does that look? How nice is this entire area? Just look at the architecture. Obviously it's Sports Direct, but just look at the architecture there and here, going down there. Ignore the flags. But yeah, you've got lovely. This is the town hall, you can see here. And then there you've got St Anne's Church. That was built first. I think that was built in 1848, and I think there used to be like a chapel there originally, like medieval ground, but then obviously the St Anne's was built there 1848, I think, around about there, and I think it was 1862 63 sort of time that the town hall was built. And inside you've got on one side you've got artwork, and you've got hopefully you can hear me because it's very windy. So yeah, on one side you've got artwork and you've got music and everything and sort of functions in there, and now on this side you've got the cafe that serves your different sort of foods, your scones and your sandwiches and your paninis, your cakes and your hot and cold drinks sort of stuff in here. It's not open yet, it doesn't open until 10 o'clock. I think it's about 9:30 now, but I'll show you through the window if you can see through there. Plenty of seating, but if you want to go for a cup of tea, a scone, if you want to go for a cup of tea or a scone, then get yourself in there. But I'll show you another place that I have been in, and it's a great place and I recommend it. It's just around here. So as we go around past the town hall and St Anne's Church, which is a fine looking building, we'll have a look at the side of that in a moment. There's a place over here as well, Stanley J. Jefferson. They seem to have lost the E, but Stanley Jefferson, obviously, as I mentioned before, Stanley Jefferson is the loved Stan Laurel in Laurel and Hardy. He's got his own Weatherspoons, but that's there. And then here we've got the side of St Anne's Church. It looks like it's open, so we might actually go and have a look in there and check out the interior. Hopefully there won't be a service or anything on, and we can have a little look around and not disturb anybody. What's a beautiful architecture. And then just around this corner is the Mining Art Gallery, dedicated to obviously the mining of Bishop Auckland. Obviously that sort of made the town what it was. Beautiful looking building. And then another angle of St Anne's there. Now what was mentioned before about if you want a cup of tea, a scone, or maybe a pie, over here, I don't know if you can see that just yet, 50s vintage tea room, just over here. I'll cross over, there's no cars, and I'll show you that. This is 2016. This is where I came before with the missus and my son. So inside 50s tea rooms, it's all dated sort of in the 1950s. It's got like all the old telephones and old decor in there, and everybody's dressed up in that sort of 1950s gear. And the actual menus that you get are like the ration books back after the war, the Second World War. So I've got all authentic things in there, and it's just a lovely place. They do Yorkshire tea, and yeah, some nice meals in there, reasonably priced. So if you are coming here, There's the town hall, but I can definitely recommend 50's Tea Room over there. It's a lovely little place. There's the Auckland Tower over here. We will go in that a little bit later. I don't think it's open as yet. I think it opens around 10 o'clock. So I'll just sort of mooch around here for a little bit, show you some of this, and then hopefully we can get in there, because in Auckland Tower, you can climb the steps or you can go in the lift, get right to the top, and you can get a view of the entire area of here. And it just gives you a better view of St Anne's. It gives you a better view of the actual area itself. But we'll just head round here and see a little bit more. There's another building over here that I kind of flashed by. I'm hungry. Pie.
Pie.
Yeah, another building that went past earlier called the Spanish Gallery, and that hosts some of the best Spanish art. If you're into that sort of stuff, then get yourself in there. I think it is about it's about 12 quid to get in, something like that. I can't remember, 12-14 quid to get in, I can't remember. But I'll turn the camera around. So there's the Spanish Gallery there. I think it sort of is in that building, but also goes into there as well. I'm not entirely sure. If there's any pictures of the interior online, then I'll show you. It looks like there's a nice little tapas area there as well. But yeah, you just go in there and there's all sorts of different artwork. I think there's guides in there that take you around and sort of tell you about each individual piece if you need to know about it. But as I say, if there's any pictures online, I'll give you a little show of that on the screen now to see exactly what it's like inside, if you fancy going and seeing that. But I'm sure you can appreciate the architecture of this place. Obviously that looks newer, but just the detail and everything in here looks really, really nice. When you actually look sort of down Newgate Street, I think that's what it was called, with all the rundown shops and everything like that, you're kind of walking through and thinking, well, there's nothing really here. It's just your bog standard high street sort of place that you would see everywhere. And you kind of get that, to know, a bit of a negative sort of vibe when you see that sort of stuff. And obviously people think about the crime rate, they think about like antisocial behaviour and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, people tend to not want to come. But then you come to this area and see all the architecture and obviously all the beauty that's here, and it's a contrast, isn't it, between, I don't know, nice old, but then obviously the rundown. Always look for the positive in places. Never, when you see reviews, get yourself there yourself and just have a look around, see what you think of the place, and then judge it from your own views. Don't look at other people's, because you might miss out on lovely stuff like this and a great day out for the family, which I will show you a little bit more maybe in another video or later on in this video. But it is great to just wander around and have some fun. Now, one thing I will say is this area that I'm in now is the Market Square in Bishop Auckland. And if you are a regular to my channel, you'll know me and market squares go hand in hand. And there's a certain lady from Easingwold near York that yeah, I hear her voice all the time, and if you listen closely you'll hear it yourself. Listen.
It's not a high street, it's a market square.
That's the lady from Easingwold. And every time I think of market squares or see a market square, I always think of her, and I always think, I wonder what she's doing. I hope she's having a great life, because obviously she just makes me chuckle. Just hearing market square always makes me chuckle. People point out market squares and posts for me. Sandy, Greg, thanks for that. Always made me laugh. Now as soon as you saw that, yep, that totally cheered me up and just, yeah, made me giggle. Market square, haunted by market squares. But yeah, I'm here in another market square.
It's a market square.
So if that lady from Easingwold is watching, I hope you're well. I hope you're doing fantastic and having a great life, whatever you're doing. And yeah, your few words always makes me chuckle, even though it's not really a joke, but obviously I've made it a bit funny, so thank you. So I was going to take you into St Anne's Church, but there's quite a few people going in at the moment, and as I've come round I've realised that today is Thursday. Today, in about 3 minutes time, there is a midweek communion and a quiet traditional service, so I don't want to disturb them. I don't want to go in there while something's happening. I'd rather go in there when there's no one in there, so I can show you and talk in there while I'm in there. So if I can find any internal pictures of St Anne's, I'll stick them on the screen now. But I just want to take you over here first before I go back to the tower, because the tower opens at 10, so I've got a few minutes before that opens. I want to show you this, and just I want you to think if this is a sad as I think it is, and I'm just being mindful there's cars about, so I'm going to cross over here and I'm going to show you these two buildings here. I'll turn the camera around so you can see them. That would be best, Andy. Show them what it is, don't just talk. Here they are. So this is the Queen's Head Hotel right there, and next to it is the Post Chase. All looking buildings, beautiful structure, beautiful architecture, but the problem is these two buildings are going to get demolished and a brand new hotel is going to be put in its place. Don't you think that's a shame? I mean, this building's been here since what, I don't know, it's like 1558 and 1803 there, but that's Elizabeth I. I can't see any dates on it and I couldn't see any online, but obviously you can see it does have some age in it. Obviously both of them do. But don't you think it's a bit of a shame that these old buildings are just going to get torn down and something brand new is going to be put in its place? I do. You've got all this beautiful architecture from like the late 1800s, and I'm not too sure what the that sun's bright. I'm not too sure what the age of the Spanish gallery and all of that sort of thing is. That's probably maybe a little bit later, but the town hall's sort of 1862, 63, and obviously the 1848 for the church. But then you've got this old architecture over here that's just going to get completely demolished and then rebuilt with something brand new and shiny. Why can't they just preserve it, sort the exterior out? All they need to do is sort that frontage out, keep it as is, try and keep the same sort of feel to it, the same age to it, the same with that, and then just, yeah, have the hotel but have character to it rather than something brand new and shiny that's just, yeah, doesn't have any age to it or anything. It's just, I don't know, it might just be me, but I just love seeing old architecture being brought back to life rather than demolished and put something brand new up that's just brick. Anyway, I'm going to try and get round to Auckland Tower, get up there and show you the sights around, and then we'll see what else. There's another area to go down with some shops that I haven't been yet. I'll show you that, and then maybe we'll get back to the market square and I'll do a little finalisation and go from there. So see you in a second. So as we come towards Auckland Tower, there's a nice memorial there for obviously the Great Wars, obviously the Second World War, the Korean War, the First World War, remembering those that we lost. It's always good to remember all these things. We need to like learn from these wars. No one wins in the end, but we just lose so many people that we love. But we never learn from it, do we? It was always wars. Anyway, here is Auckland Tower, and as I said before, there is, I think there's a museum or like an art gallery below that I've seen, and then as you can see there's a stairwell that goes all the way up to the very top so you can get some beautiful views. But I think in order to go up there you've got to go inside and go through the gallery and the exhibition before you can go up to the top of there. So yeah, let's give it a go. I'm not great with heights, but I want to show you the views from the top. So let's go. Try not to get run over by that. So as you can see there, hello, free viewing platform and exhibition. It's open at 10:30. Okay, that didn't work out. I thought it was at 10 o'clock. Most of the places here do 10 o'clock starts. I expected that to be 10 o'clock, not 10:30. I should have researched this. It's like I just wing these videos. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down. There's another alleyway with shops down there. I'll go and show you that. Have a little mooch around there and show you those little bits. And then take a slow walk back. And hopefully by that time the Auckland Tower will be open. We can get in there, have a look around the exhibition, get ourselves up there. And then yeah, we'll go from there. So let's go. So when it comes to costs, well, I'll tell you exactly what the costs are. This here is the Mining Art Gallery, and the Mining Art Gallery is £8 to get in. If you fancy that, the Spanish Gallery that's over here, that showed you a moment ago with the beautiful architecture, that is £14 to get in. And then just down here, I'll angle round slowly, down there where the clock is and the little archway, you can go through there. There's Auckland Palace or Auckland Castle, and there's also a Faith Museum in there. Now if you want to go in there, there's the palace or castle, there's the Faith Museum, can't even speak, Faith Museum, and there's also a nice little garden area you can go and see. That is £18 to get in. So if you fancy that, there is a card you can get, which is basically about £30, I think it is, 25-30 quid, and it basically includes everything, any paid sort of thing, like the Spanish Gallery over here, or the Mining Gallery, or the actual palace, and everything like that. It's all included in that. So if you want to save a little bit of money, you can get one of these cards. I think it's about 30 quid. So obviously you've got 18 for one thing, 14 for another, and 8 for another. But there are other ones dotted around that you can pay for. So if you get your card, you might save a few quid. So anyway, I'm going to go down this little alleyway and show you some of the shops down here, and then maybe have a little bit of a mooch. I think it's a Newgate shopping centre. We'll have a look in there and see exactly what's in there, and then we'll venture back to the tower, get ourselves up. You can see me looking terrified because I hate heights, and we'll get a look at the views. Right, I want to concentrate because there's cars, so I'll see you in a second. So as we walk down here, you can see obviously Home Bargains is shut down. Looks like they might be using it for other means for the time being, but obviously that's closed down. And then there's Spudfellas. That's a cool name. Got Spudfellas there. That looks like it's either not open or closed down, sadly. And then you've got your pizza places, you've got your Speedy Pepper. This looks like something that's closed down. Obviously they've made it look like it's open, like they do in most high streets, don't they? They try and put like a facade on it that makes it look like it's open, but sadly it's not. And then as you can see, there's other places just down here with the shutters down. So I think just down here is mainly eateries and the likes. Just get out of the way of this car. But yeah, like another craft place closed down. Lost Cause Club, whatever that is. Hair salon kind of thing. A guy's somewhere to get your haircut, guys. And then you got like a nail studio. I think some of these businesses tend to, like, because of obviously the rent and sort of the upkeep of the place might be a bit expensive, they tend to only open on certain days just to keep the costs down. But there's quite a few closed down, unfortunately. There's a nice little sports place there for shooting and fishing. Ooh, look at those guns. Nice. It's a nice little gallery there, and a little jewellery house for even your jewellery. Nice little jewellery place there. This looks like it's in the process of getting cleaned out. Must be in a bookshop or something. Then you got some nice art here. I like that one, the Flying Scotsman there. Some lovely little train art there. The signal box. Nice art. And a little mouse door. Can you open this door? No. Shame. Then you got shops, and there's a cafe there, and Spice Lounge under the restaurant. And I think the rest of it's either closed down or shut for the day. Little groomers. And then there's a Bay Horse pub down there as well. But just over here is the Newgate shopping centre. So shall we have a look in there and see what's in there? See what shops there are. Well, that didn't work. I just went down the little alleyway there to say Newgate Shopping Centre. You go through there and the barriers are closed, and everywhere you try and go round to try and find like an entrance, all the doors are closed, you can't get in. I asked a lady just round there and she said no, you have to come through here, go down, back through here, back through the market square, and then up, and then there's like another entrance to get in. But yeah, don't go that way. So yeah, so I'm having to go back through past the market square, the beautiful market square. It's just after 10:15 now, so I've only got 15 minutes before I can get in that tower, get up those stairs and show you that. But apparently we go this way, past the market square, through here, and there's another entrance up here somewhere, which I think I passed on the way in, just down here, to get in there and show you what's in there. I'm not holding too much hope, to be honest, when it comes to like shopping centres. It tends to be similar to the sort of the outside, where there's only a few open, but we'll see. And if you don't know where I am in the world right now, I'm sure the flags and the graffiti will tell you exactly where I am. England, just in case you forget. England. It's everywhere. At least I got it right. Capital E, it's a country. Oh yeah, it's just round here, I believe. See if I can get past this guy before he stops me. Sneak past. So here is the Newgate Shopping Centre. Let's have a little look. What have we got in here? We've got the Greggs. We've got Jay's, which is lots of shininess. Always got a charity type shop in there full of goodies. You'll always find a bargain and always find a little gem when you go in those sort of places. But in here we've got beauty, we've got keks. I call it keks because sex sounds weird. We've got a pharmacy. What else have we got in here? Just in case you need any more flags. If you've run out, if you've used all your flags on the lamppost, you can always get some more. And then we look like we've got this might be an extension of the charity shop. And then you've got like little bits around here for smoking and vapes. Don't do it, kids. Don't do vapes, it knacks you. Lead a nice healthy life. Do yourselves a favour. Don't be smoking, right? I don't think there's anything else in here. So it looks like there's going to be 11.7 million UK investment in this place, which is always good to see. So maybe this is getting closed down and you're going to see more stuff popping up, like a nice little bus station. It's always good to see development and investment in places. You can see 3.2 million investment, 1 million investment, just to bring places up. But yeah, obviously you can't get in that way. I think that goes up to the car park and the bus station above. So, oh, this is Wilco's. Remember Wilco's? How nice was Wilco's? It's a shame it's gone. But yeah, just like any sort of shopping centre, there's always your clothes shops. And I just realised there's music playing, so I don't even know if I can use this or not. Hopefully I've been talking over it and you won't get copyright. Nice little shed area there, little summer house maybe. Little things you can put in the garden, so you can have a nice cool beer during the summer. But yeah, I'm going to make my way back out slowly, and then I'll head back out and we'll wait outside that Auckland Tower and we'll get in there and show you that. So see you in a second. So as you saw there, the shopping centre didn't have a huge amount, but I was lucky enough to have a conversation with 3 gentlemen while we're in there. I didn't film it because it was they swore every now and then. So I thought I'd just chat with them and give you the gist of the conversation. Now, they were telling me that since the shopping centre, another shopping centre was opened up and people could get the bus there, the shopping centre that you've just been in, the Newgate, basically just went downhill very rapidly, unfortunately. There's another gentleman I was chatting to, and his family worked on the markets for years and years. Obviously they made the trade there, they made the money there, and he's just seen a decline in the markets there, and it's just really hard to make a sale because of online, because of shopping centres that are being built outside the town, so people are going there instead of the town. And that's very much the story of Stockton. Now, Stockton used to have a huge, and I mean a huge market, went from one end to the other, and obviously Stockton, if you've seen it, is a very long high street, and it was a thriving high street. rather than keep hold of that, they opened Teesside Park, and Teesside Park had loads of fancy shops, all shiny and glittery, that attracted people. And rather than people going to Stockton to shop, they just got a bus from Stockton to Teesside Park, and obviously the decline of the high street just went downhill from there. Obviously there's still a few named shops there, but obviously when you look at Stockton now, as it used to be back in the 80s and even sort of the early 90s, it's changed for the worst, unfortunately. But obviously he was saying the same, that this place has gone downhill. But obviously you've got beautiful places like this, lovely architecture. Obviously you can see coach people, there's a lot of babushkas coming into Bishop Auckland to see what's on offer, and maybe go into 50s tea rooms to get themselves a nice cup of tea and a scone or a toasted tea cake. Don't know why I'm saying it like that, but as you can see, there's plenty of people coming here. It's not dead. Obviously there's a small market on a Wednesday, I believe. I hope you can hear me. It's windy as but yeah, it's just a shame the decline of the high street is because of like big shopping centres and the likes. It doesn't seem to save the sort of town itself. Now, do you come from a town where a shopping centre has been built and everybody goes to that instead? Is it declined in your town? Let us know in the comments. But obviously you can see there's plenty of the elderly coming to go and see the attractions, and still come to Bishop Auckland to see what it's like in the coach load. So it's not gone downhill. It's just obviously the shopping area might have, but the attractions and the beauty of the place hasn't dwindled. Anyway, I'm just busy talking because I don't like the fact of going all the way up there, wherever it is. I can't point up there somewhere. I can see there's somebody up there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's somebody already up there, and as I was walking through the market square, I could see them up there, and I was thinking, oh, I'm going to go up there in a second. But anyway, let's get in there, check it all out, get ourselves up there, and yeah, show you the sights. So let's go. So as you can see, there's little various points here that you can get on top of and have a look around. So you can see a little bit higher. Oh, there's the ground. Oh, but yeah, you can see more of the architecture there. You can see more of the market square area, but it does go further up. There's another viewing point there and another one higher up. So let's continue. Oh, I don't like this at all. Come on, Andrew, you can do it. You're a big boy now. But yeah, there's various little places you can stand and view. We'll keep going up higher and higher above the rooftops and see the distance. Just change sides. So now you can get some beautiful views into the distance. Obviously the GoPro won't do it justice, but some beautiful landscapes over there. Get a little bit higher. It's going to get a bit windier. Oh, it's not so good that you can see there. You can see lower down. That doesn't help matters. But you can see the town hall, you can see St Anne's and the mining art gallery over there. And as you can see, that was a viewing point I was at a moment ago, just down there. And I'm at roof height. don't like this. It's too high for my liking. But as you can see, yeah, every now and then there's viewing points. I won't lie, I don't like this. So here is the main top part, the main area, and shows you the palace over there, the college buildings. The deer park is in the distance. That building you can just see there with the sandstone, that's the Faith Museum. Through there is the walled garden, beautiful gardens over there. You've got the clock tower just here, and then the lodge. But you get a beautiful view of the surrounding area of Bishop Auckland there. I think these are gardens of the palace. It's called Auckland Palace, also known as Auckland Castle as well, it's known as. It's a lovely little area there. And this, as I say, is the Faith Museum, which we will see. I'll do another video going through there and through that area next. But I thought I'd finish the video up here, showing the beauty of Bishop Auckland, that lovely clock tower there. Lovely archway going through into the deer park. I think Auckland Palace has been around since the late 1100s. Had all sorts of bishops of Durham living in there until around about 2012, I believe. The college buildings are on late 14th, early 15th century. I think the Faith Museum is relatively new. But you've got the walled garden down there, which we will look at in the next video, and that was in the 17th century. And the clock tower you can see there around about 1760. Very nice. Hopefully you can hear me over this wind. It's very windy up here. But it is very high. I'll angle it down slowly so you can see exactly where I've just come up. So I've just come from down there all the way up here. Might be another viewing point up here. Oh yeah, there is. So again, if you don't like heights, look away now. But as you can see down there, you can see the first viewing point I was at and the second one just below me. And this is the third one, and you get another lovely view of the landscapes, of the architecture and the buildings around. Those lovely buildings down there, can't see what dates are on there. There's plaques outside, but I can't see the dates. And obviously the church, town hall, beautiful architecture. You can see more of Bishop Auckland, the Newgate Street just going down there in the distance. In the very distance, you can see the train station. 50s tea rooms where all the babushkas, the elderly are going in there, or the next one to it. Get a nice cup of Earl Grey. But yeah, I'll angle the camera down again over the edge of here, so if you don't like heights, look away now. So that's how high up it is at the moment. Right, okay, you can look again. I'm not liking this. I just thought I'd come up and show you. I thought I'd show you the sights, but I'm gripping onto this rail like there's no tomorrow. I don't like heights. I really don't like heights. But obviously you've got to come up here to appreciate this beautiful view of Bishop Auckland. It doesn't help with that wind. You just to say you've got your balance, you're looking around, the wind hits you and it kind of makes you wobble a little bit. You're all laughing at me, aren't you? You're all just going to be soft touch. But it's, I don't even know how high this actually is. I'll have to ask the people down below exactly how high up this top viewing platform is. But yeah, that wind is not helping. If you're disabled, there is a lift here. If you have walking or any sort of mobility issues, there is a lift to get up here so you can see this as well. It's all inclusive and see these beautiful views. So it's for everybody. Obviously not for people that don't like heights, like me, but I'm having to grab onto the rails every 5 seconds. But it is, as you see for yourself, it is a beautiful view. But in the next video, I'm going to be going through there, walking around Deer Park, and I'm going to show you something that is absolutely beautiful, that's not too far in this distance. So let's get ourselves down, shall we? I'm going to use a lift this time. So here's a lift.
Going down.
I think it's ground. No, I think it's ground. But the lift is a decent size. You can fit a decent sized wheelchair in here, as well as a couple of people, maybe 3 people along there, and a big wheelchair as well. As you can see, it's a nice big size for pushchairs and wheelchairs alike.
Ground floor.
I'm hoping this is the right floor. So this is where we started. My legs are shaking. I won't lie. My legs are a bit like jelly being up there. So that's where I was a moment ago. Right up there. But now I'm back on terra firma, solid ground. Andy's happy. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to have a little look around the exhibition, and then I'll find out exactly how high that top platform is to let you know. It's probably about 80 metres or something like that, or less. But to me it felt like I was touching the sun. Right, let's go back through here. So I'm back outside at the Auckland Tower. I didn't go into the exhibition because there's quite a lot of people went in, and I didn't feel comfortable filming around all those sort of people. I couldn't really sort of get a good look at everything. So I've just come out here. That viewing platform that I was just at just a moment ago is 15 metres high. So I don't know what that is in feet, I'll put that below. But yeah, 15 metres to that point. As I say, there is a wheelchair, so it is wheelchair accessible, pram accessible. Mobility people can get up there as well. And as you can see, you saw some beautiful views that you don't see when you're down here. So yeah, so from Bishop Auckland and the Market Square and Auckland Tower and the beautiful architecture here, that is positivity in a place. You don't have to go far to find it, apart from these noisy cars and trucks. But you don't have to go far to find some positivity in your place, find some beauty in places, rather than just focusing on the negative. The town centre's a bit sort of run down, there's not as many shops and the likes, but as you can see, you've got the church, you've got the town hall, the beautiful architecture, you've got 50s tea rooms. You can get yourself up the tower at 15 metres high and see some absolutely beautiful landscapes. You can see Bishop Auckland, you can see the town more, and yeah, just see the positive and see the beauty, which is what you need to see, rather than just always focusing on the negative reviews of places. Get yourself there yourself, find out exactly what it's like, and just find the best spots, the beauty, because they're not that hard to find. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this little video. I just thought I'd come here and show you the beauty of Bishop Auckland. I'm going to be heading through that archway in the next video and venturing forth past the palace and the walled garden and obviously the deer park that's not too far, and show you something absolutely amazing that's just in that deer park that I thought I'd show you. So join me next week when we venture through there and find more things of beauty here at Bishop Auckland. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Can't speak. Don't forget to comment below. Let us know if you've been here. Let us know if you've been up that tower. Let us know if you've been in any of the attractions, what you think, your honest opinion of Bishop Auckland is, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As I say, it helps me massively, pushes me videos out there, and helps me make videos such as this and get further around the country and show you more places of beauty and positivity. So thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and goodbye.